Alright, this is going to be game 3. My name is Mr. Llama. I hope you guys have been enjoying these casts. We have xHassassin versus Guanyu. It is the finals. Protoss versus Random. What is xHassassin going to get? Are we going to see a third PvP in a row? Or really Random something different? We are going to see right now Zerg right here for xHassassin. So we'll be opening up with a drone. We won't see any sort of 6 pool, though we could see a 7 pool. And yeah, so I'll go ahead and introduce the players. Spawning down in the bottom left corner, we do have Guanyu, the blue Protoss. He is down 0-2 right now. He is going to need to do something for sure. Otherwise, he's dropping the match with this and could get completely shut out. So we'll see what he has in his PvZ builds. And spawning up in the top right corner is xHassassin. 2-0 so far, and I think he's had a near flawless run. He did lose a game to not Spinnercat, I don't believe. I believe it was before that series. Maybe it was Spinnercat. Yes, it was. So he lost a game to Spinnercat. He may have lost one down a little bit earlier than that. I wasn't quite sure. I haven't completely checked the brackets. In fact, I can check the brackets right now, though. So he lost a game to Guanyu earlier on. And lost the game to Spirit Cat as well. So he is still ahead though, and were there some sort of yes, he did Spinner Cat. So PV's or ZVP possibly not the strongest of his builds or his matchups right here, and he's going to once again try for this 15 hatch. And will he get it, or will the Protoss get down there in time? It looks like he's going to take the long scout path right here. So he says no scout, but the probe's running around his base, and so the 15 hatch freely going to be going down right here for xHassassin. In the meantime, we do have the gateway going down, and were there some sort of early pool, he would have been in a lot of trouble, as there is no wall whatsoever here by Guanyu. So that's why I thought we may see an early pull out of Assassin, being up 2-0, knowing his opponent in the past 2 games dropped the pylon right next to his Nexus. I thought, hey, you know what, maybe he'll take advantage of that. But Assassin wants to win this with style. He wants to go big or go home right here, so he does get his gas up, his hatch is down. And we'll see exactly what both these players are going to do. It looks like Guanyu going to be going for a 1-gate expand right here with no units, mind you that. So very greedy right here. And if some Lings do pop out, which unfortunately for Assassin are not on the way, he could do some serious damage right now. But instead, Guanyu is going to be able to get up this forge, get up some cannons, and just have his base basically free right here. So I like this position that Guanyu is putting himself in. Very late cast. Look at that. Crazy right there. So he goes gate, Nexus, forge, gas. Interesting. I've never seen anything like that. But I suppose this is mostly reactionary to just his opponent being Zerg at this point. So still, no Zerglings on the way. The Queens are finally in production right here. Drone transfer has occurred, and I wonder when he's going to scout over here to see his opponents taking Nexus, so he can take a third base of his own. Otherwise, our player, Assassin's going to be stuck on 2 base versus 2 base, which of course is not always favorable. Not something that you exactly want to do as a Zerg player, unless you have some sort of 2 base all-in or 2 base muta play that you're going to go for. Otherwise, generally you would consider yourself behind were you in a situation like that. So some Lings are now out on the field. They're going to run around, do some scouting right here, scout the towers, scout for this probe, which he's just going to miss, but the probe's going to run back, and will it chase after it? No, it will not. There we go. So he does scout it, and he will be able to chase after that with his Lings, as just try and move in for a little bit of scouting information. Queen starts to pick away at it. Lings should be able to finish that up right there as the Queen heads back for an inject right there, and it looks like we are going to have Assassin see what's going on. He does see the probes mining now, so third base should be taken fairly soon, unless he goes for some sort of all-in, as we do see the Roach Warren going down. A lot of money saved up and a lot of supplies, so we're going to see 8 Roaches right now being built, and he's going to be going for a Roach Ling, possibly Baneling. Yep, there it is. So the Roach Ling bust on his opponent right here. And his opponent's going to be able to get over there and scout no third, so he should know something's up, and I would imagine he'd be throwing down another cannon as it is definitely going to be necessary. In the meantime, he's throwing down additional gateways right here and a Stargate. So the Stargate could be huge for him if it can get out in time, as having that one Void Ray with all of those roaches right there with the cannons can just be crucial. And there you go, you can see a second cannon is being thrown down. And right now the roaches starting to push out their way across the map. It's going to be a very tight timing. I want to say Guanyu may be able to still hold this, though. There's not quite enough here, I feel like, for xHassassin. He doesn't have anything really following up behind. He was a little supply block there for a little bit. So now Link's going to finally stream across the field. No banelings have been morphed yet. There we go, a couple of banelings, just 3 though, have been morphed. And we are going to see a chronoed out Void Ray right here, so he's going to start streaming in. The only problem is with all of those lings, if he can get into the base, it could just be too much for that one Void Ray to really deal with. But it's going to be close. We're going to have to see exactly what xHassassin can do. He's going to have 7 banelings right here in this army, and they're going to all start moving in right now, so they're going to be probably just charging right through there. The force fields will be crucial right here. What they're going to do, he says, this is too quiet. You know it is for sure. There's great force field goes down right there. At first, the Roach is going to continue forward right here. They're going to try and pick off this pylon right here. They're going to go right through there, kill off one of the cannons, and this is not the best situation here for Guanyu. He's going to lose that second cannon. The roaches and lings going to start streaming in. However, he does have that Void Ray over top, which is going to be great for him, but the lings now can just do so much damage as they charge through, kill off the sentry, can continue to charge through, and these roaches need to start focusing down these probes. I would imagine a second Void Ray is in production here. We're going to have these lings start to do some damage to the probes in the main line right here. And they're going to be killing off a ton of those probes. The probes are eventually able to kill it off, though. But look at how many links are streaming across the field. This is the problem that I was foreseeing here for Guanyu, is that Void Ray is just not going to be able to really do enough to prevent all of these lings. They're going to stream right into the main right here, kill off the Zealots, go for this Stargate here, I'd imagine, fairly soon, or at least go for the probe count right there. Probes have all been killed off at this natural base. Guanyu in such trouble as more lings stream in. He's going to try and do a little runaway here with his probes as that second Void Ray does get out, so at least he has that to his name, but he is losing almost all of his probes right here. Roaches and lings just tearing them apart, and back home we see our opponent xHassassin droning up. He's in a great position as Guanyu is down, or Guanyu I should say, is down to 7 supply versus the 49. He does have air, however. Evo chambers are on the way. Additional queens have been spawned, so that should be enough to deal with the Void Rays, and it looks like this pylon as well going to go down, so there will not be any production out of these facilities right here. And really there's just 2 Void Rays left on the field, 0 probes, enough money for only 1 probe here for Guanyu, and he is in trouble as he's going to chrono boost out that 1 probe and just try and work it as best as he can. But I think as soon as he gets over there, sees those queens, he's basically, and spore crawlers now going up, he's basically going to be forced to GG out, as xHassassin is just in such a great position. And is he going to be able to completely shut out his opponent, go 3-0 in this after only winning 2-1 in an earlier meetup between these 2 players? Overlord's now being pulled back. Queen's going to all be here with the Spore Crawler, and Guanyu going to run right in right there and just GG out of the game. So that's going to be it. That's going to be the finals. xHassassin wins 3-0 right there. What a great victory. Some nice PvPs there, and then a nice PvZ to finish.